Mok-Yi was saying something. Oh, we are? What's up? Oh, there's Mok-Yi.
There's Smokey.
Hey, sorry, I don't have notification turned on for Skype app, I think. I'm like, oh, what's going on? I mean,
Go horizontal. You're taking up all inches.
horizontal right here? How's this?
Yeah, what the heck?
Oh man, I don't have a laptop here, so I can't see the chat. So I guess. I mean, as long as you guys can see it.
I'm just someone. Where's baby Leon?
Upstairs with Emily. Eating right now. Yeah. How about yours? Nice shirt.
I can show you our little one. She's to her fish tanks right now.
Nice.
I don't know what this is. What's going on here?
Oh, hey!
She got a baby stingray right here. With this is a butterfly, right? Or what is this?
That is super cool.
What fish is
butterfly is it?
Yeah.
It's just like.
Here's her jellyfish. Very important.
Oh, I got one of that too for Leon's playground.
Oh, okay.
Exact same one.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, that looks nice.
So she's hanging out.
She is such a happy baby. I mean, it's awesome.
Sometimes. Your baby's always a happy baby.
My baby is just kind of like there. It doesn't really do much. It's a chill. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm drinking this right here.
Whoa. I didn't know this was like a drinking live thing.
Come on.
I gotta grab a beer too now.
Oh, look, we got. What's up, y'all? We got some
Jim
chat
had-
going on. Hey, what's up?
Who's on?
It's streaming already, huh?
Oh, is DC's on?
Oh, by the way, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, DC Reefer? I mean, I can't see the chat at all, so we're just gonna.
You want a beer, love?
We still rely on Jim.
Another device.
There's anything that kind of pops out.
Savage Reaper's on. Rich Fire on.
You may need a headphone, right? Or something like that.
I need to get headphones.
Come on! You did this like 2 days ago.
Alright, I need to go grab headphones real quick. Be back.
Here, let me see if we can. I should be point this forward, can I? Oh, there we go. Just kind of like throw them in piles. Obviously, the more pale ones, those are the dry rocks. And I started moving some of these live rocks from the 45 from upstairs. Started maybe 2-3 days ago, and they're pretty well covered by algae right now. So it may not be a bad thing. And there's actually a little scarlet hermit that kind of hitchhike his way here. It's kind of in the corner. So. Yep. Salinity is good. Temperature is good. pH is good. Thank you. That's a funny story, actually. I was like, wow, pH has been like 5.5 to 6 for the last 3-4 days, right? I was just like, what's going on? I tried putting the probe in different parts of the tank. Turns out there's a little plastic cap on the probe that I did not know about. I was like, what? Yeah, man. I even bought the 4, 7, and 10 standard. Getting ready to just recalibrate it one time. But yeah, Jim was like, yo, did you take off the cap? I'm like, oh, better. Sure enough. Got it. Yeah, I was gonna use the 4 to kind of rehydrate it or whatever. Because people say that in a while, just do that. I'm like, oh, why not? Since I'm buying stuff already. But
perfect.
That's great.
DHL mini, and your temps right at 78. Looks solid.
That's excellent. I'm really glad because like upstairs, 45 gallon, I was struggling to get it past 8. It's usually around like 7.7, 7.8, so it's a little bit. Yeah, I'm just take this off. Oh,
It is a Icelandic white ale.
I didn't know.
Ooh. Emma?
I should. You're from California.
You should have known the moment you were helping me plumb my tank.
Yeah, but that's dumb.
Oh, there. Oh, that's true. That's true.
We talk about
Are you watching me?
who's watching.
Oh, no, this little one's watching. A baby.
somebody screen grab that.
You know what? Let me, just in case. We got Carlos on. Let me get through.
Hey, Carlos.
Turn the music. Can't hear it.
Man, C4 at this late of the day, Mok-Yi?
Dude, man, I've not drank this in so long. This was like, Ben actually introduced me to this. The magic of C4, the wonderful world of C4.
Wait a minute. You can hear me. You can hear me now, can't you?
I mean, I can
You
hear
can
you.
hear me.
Yeah, we can.
I can hear.
Carlos says can't hear me, which would be interesting because it looks like I'm transmitting out. How about now?
Can you hear me now?
Carlos, my sound, yes or no? Because this is just going to be the Ben and Mok-Yi show. If not, I didn't change anything else. It's interesting. Wait, let me look.
Hey, look. Could you pop on those lights? It's like dark here for some reason.
Saltfish TV.
Like bad for my skin complexion.
C4 is the real deal, Carlos says. Audio is super
Yes, sir.
low. Skype audio is louder and echoes bad. So here's what's up. I'm gonna say something, Ben. Read something.
Testing.
Oh, yeah, you're
testing,
really loud,
1, 2,
bro.
3.
How about Mok-Yi?
Am I?
Mok-Yi's a little.
Testing, 1, 2,
No,
3. Echo.
you're good, and I should be okay. How we doing now? Now that we got the sound all balanced out. You know who's good at this and who sucks at this? Devin is good at this. Reef Dudes. He does this all the time. Guess who sucks?
Devin's a pro.
Your music was playing the whole time. HOLE. I turned off the music. You should be good now, right?
Oh, the intro music?
Yeah, I left that playing. Are you whispering?
So we're working it out.
It says
Figuring it out.
I'm gonna turn me up. How about now? They're asking if I'm whispering. But there's a 30 second delay, so if we change something, then we just gotta wait and sort of look awkwardly at each other like this.
Oh. Okay.
Echo got worse.
Just trying to figure out the sound
Say something.
with everyone. Testing.
You're in here, so I don't know why there's an echo. Who's echoing? I'm echoing?
You're good.
Bless you.
Well, this is a fail. Maybe.
I don't have the coronavirus. I'm just talking about the roast dry.
I was like, should I joke about something? I wasn't sure.
I had to say it first. Mok-Yi's looking at me all weird, like.
Hold on, let me.
No, I'm seeing what I should be seeing. So maybe it's a Skype thing. Oh, nice. That's nuts.
I like it. Does that actually work?
Really good question. I think so. It's supposed to be. It's not. It's what is that? N95.
Yeah,
Something like
95.
That? It's like P. Yeah. It's not a P or something. I don't know. It's supposed to work, but honestly, haven't been wearing it. I just didn't sit
How about now? How's audio? So what I did is I switched my Skype to a different microphone.
The cutoff is right here.
I see mine, and I see Ben's, and I see Mok-Yi. So, Mok-Yi, what you got to do is put your mask on.
Oh. Put what? You want to see?
And put your mask on and change your poopy diaper.
the first month I have to. Now I'm like used to it. Like whatever.
No, it gets worse, Mok-Yi.
I feel like I'm building up tolerance.
No, it gets worse. I thought that too.
Yeah. And then like 6 months, it got worse.
Yeah.
After they start eating solid.
Yeah. No, like 7 months. Like the diapers are bad now.
Woo.
There's no way my mic is picking up them talking. Talk for a minute.
Okay, testing.
No,
Testing.
you're in the headphones, so it's interesting. Ben has an echo.
Is your plugged
Daniel's
in
on.
completely, Ben?
Yeah, mine is plugged in by wire.
Okay.
I can want me to rejoin?
No, because then I probably won't get you back. This is, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Daniel says Ben has an echo.
Hey, what's up, Daniel?
But Mok-Yi does not have an echo?
Echo. I got 4 echoes at home.
It says that I'm plugged in headphone too. This might not work. If it's too bad, I can just hop off.
That's your plan. I understand. I see you trying to get out. To go drink your bougie Icelandic booze.
I'm not made for this YouTuber life.
Daniel says Mok-Yi's got an echo too. That's interesting because I'm not on the call on my other phone. So,
I mean, do we want to do Instagram or something like that? Do you want to try different?
Can we three-way Instagram?
Just hop
that's
on.
a pretty personal question, don't you think?
Well, it depends on. I think because you can do request to join, right? So it's one-on-one, and we can just rotate maybe.
That would be with the phones.
Yeah, that would be with the phone though.
Yeah. Are we all on our phone?
No, I'm not on my phone. I'm a little intrigued by the echo thing.
Okay. We'll let Jim handle this.
I think we're just gonna fumble our way through it until Ben's bougie booze is gone.
That's cool. I can mute myself while Ben is.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Showing.
So I'm gonna mute, and Mok-Yi, you mute, and then Ben, tell us a story.
Tell a story?
Oh, you man, you're right there.
Oh man, I don't have good stories to tell. I put me on the spot.
There's like a job interview, right? Like, how would you move Mount Fuji? do you need like a prompt to kick off?
Hey, I need a prompt right in front of me. Wait, is this still echoing?
Yeah. Savage Reefer says that my audio is quiet, which shouldn't be. It's still the same. I haven't changed anything else. And then Mok-Yi and Ben can... Oh, wait. Oh, it worked? What worked? It worked.
Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I have myself on mute. I'm not sure if we want to just take turns or...
Take turns muting.
Yeah. Oh, does it sound okay now? If so, we'll go for it.
I think we gotta wait like 30 seconds, right? For the chat.
Daniel says I have to mute.
Mok-Yi's drinking C4 at this time. It's almost like 8 o'clock.
Somehow you're back feeding through my microphone.
Natasha asked if you have a night duty tonight.
Oh man, no, I gotta drink some C4 at night to kind of get through it because I wake up around 6 or 7. I know that's really late compared to you guys, but like by now I'm kind of like running on fumes. It's either gonna be coffee or C4. Are we good to go? Sound is okay?
Nah,
I think it's still messed up.
it's still messed up.
It's still messed up. Even if like I mute as well.
Daniel's calling me.
You gotta answer the call.
Hello?
So Mok-Yi's saying the swing arm is better than the handleability checker. I think that no.
I'm going to unmute myself here, and we'll see what happens. Cool. Thanks, dude.
He's saying the swing arm.
Yeah, I got you. I appreciate it. All right, bye.
I can't hear anyone now. Did you guys all go on mute? Oh, yeah, you did.
Is Mok-Yi muted?
Is it a mute party? Should I go on mute too?
Who's muted?
It's
I'm not sure Mok-Yi's actually muted, is he?
Right now.
Why is Mok-Yi muted?
Okay, so Mok-Yi's got the XP auto octa.
Do you think he's?
Is that
you
like
think he's actually saying something?
for double reassurance, Mok-Yi? So you don't flood it? Yeah.
If you're talking, we can't hear you, bro.
That's for your top off, right? Top off?
Microphone.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at the charade game, actually. Okay. I can't hear anyone. They all went on
Can
mute.
you hear me? Oh. Hold on.
So Mok-Yi's showing me that he does laundry. Okay. Something about the line. Oh, he's gonna punch a hole through the wall.
I wonder why. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah. What happened?
When I'm muted on, for whatever reason, when I unmute on Skype, I think, Mok-Yi is muted right now, and he doesn't know it.
I think he does.
Oh, I know. I'm back.
When I'm unmuted, it's feeding back through Skype somehow.
Okay. I could hop off and we can hop over to Instagram in a bit when you guys are done. If you want to view it that way. Yep. Are you on your phone too, Mok-Yi?
Yeah, I am.
Man, I haven't done this like holding your phone up a while. Kind of.
You miss it?
It's kind of tiring.
Which sounds weird. Ooh, that's me. What's up? I could scooch this down here.
Here you go.
How about now? How do we sound now? Let me even out this audio.
Sound test.
Sound test. 1 2 1 2. Everybody talk.
Testing. 1 2 3.
Well, this was a big
Echo. Hello.
This is the worst
This
live
is
ever. That's from Savage. I agree, bro.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm gonna wait 30 seconds. I'm gonna drink this. So how does it sound right now? Are you getting echo? Or did we solve it?
The song that comes to mind is.
Oh, much better. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. I
Oh, we did?
channeled
Nice.
my inner. All we had to do. Oh no, I don't want to talk smack. Never mind. You guys will see the chat later. So, all we had to do. What up, Bahama Llama? Ramy's on.
Hey, what is going on, Remy?
Okay, so important to note, if you're gonna have people on, pay attention to this, Remy. You got to have your computer there so you can see the chat. That's helpful. Otherwise, I get to be the narrator. Someone has speakers on. Getting bad reverb. Only Jim is good. Well, what the heck?
Oh, still not good.
It shouldn't be bad because everybody is on headphones. So I thought we had it. I guess we don't have it? This is the OBS fail. I'm failing. I'm failing as a host.
All right. Well, I don't want to hold you guys up, so I'll hop off.
Show your
So you guys
fish
can do
tank
your
and
tank
then
tour.
show your fish tank and leave.
Show my fish tank. Hold on, clip. Boom.
Yep. You got fish.
There we go. We got fish. Lots of fish. Fingers crossed. No fish parasites of any sort. I could deal with ick.
You had ick, right? And
I still do.
okay.
There's actually ick in there right now. Can you guys see that cardinal in there?
Yep.
If it's clear, he's actually kind of covered in ick right now. His dorsal and tail. I don't know if the lighting shows, but using something new that I asked Aquaman Shalom about. Can you see that?
Yep. Reef
Try that out.
Okay.
Yeah. And if not, I use my two Ruby's Cake Egg. I've always used this. And I do have corals in there.
Yep.
Real quick. There's the other chaos, some other thing, and then a little orange plate coral that looks okay right now. But anyways.
That looks good.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yep.
I like it.
It's unique.
I like it.
All right, I'll let you guys get
Later,
on.
dude.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out. Well, hell, that didn't work, did it?
And now there's two.
You got big. I got to shrink you back down.
All right.
So there's a reverb somehow. I want to know, now that Ben's gone, did he buy that scape or make it? He Sky High Reef asked if Ben bought or made that scape. He bought that.
Yep.
I don't.
It was like pre-made. The whole thing's like pre-made. I think we got it from House of Tropicals in Baltimore.
Did he? Or did he get it from somebody else? I thought he had that shipped in.
I think he brought it along with him.
Okay.
From here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks nice. It's really
does
cool.
Look nice.
Yeah, they have a couple different styles, I guess, and it's just interesting. You know, I haven't seen stuff like this locally for a while, and I saw it. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool to actually see it in person and to hold them. They're heavy, but it's tempting.
Yep.
It's tempting. I was like, oh, okay, I want something similar.
The audio issue was Ben.
Okay, so he left. Was good.
Yeah, I wonder if his phone, even though he had earbuds in, I wonder if it was still coming across the speakers. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, was it plugged in all the way or whatnot? But we'll test it out in the future.
Because what I'm seeing now is we're good. Chat showing up. I still have wine. Sound much better now. Savage is staying up late. You sell his tank?
Is he?
He's in the UK.
Is he East Coast or? Okay. Oh, it's real late for him. It's like almost midnight, yeah?
Why is Sky High Reef asks, why is Mok-Yi waiting 6 months to move everything over? Because he can. Because why hurry? What was my point? Be patient. You got to be patient, right?
Taking my time, man. I guess I definitely procrastinated. It could move faster, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I got this kid. I feel like if I do one thing, I have to do the second, third, fourth things right after, like what I'm doing right now. And I was just not ready to really start doing that route. So for the most part, a lot of cores from the 45 got distributed between the 10 and the mangrove tank, and they've been there for a while. So now the tank is cycling. I think third week in. I'm hoping that in maybe 2 or 3 more weeks, I can really start moving things over. One interesting thing is that I was getting ready to buy test kits for ammonia nitrites to kind of track the cycling process, because on this tank, I do not have a light yet. In the past, I kind of count on algae showing up to kind of give me a sense of where I am in terms of cycle. I don't have that luxury this time. I know a lot of people hate algae during the cycling process, but I kind of like it. But I don't have that option. So one thread I was reading on Reef to Reef is about the amount of time the rock and all the media is immersed in water. Use that as a gauge of when your tank is actually cycled instead of using test kits. I'm halfway through reading it. It's a long, long thread, but it's really interesting. They claim that ammonia test kits and nitrite are pretty much waste of money in terms of test kits for reef tank. That's a bold claim, but I'm still reading through it. It seems kind of makes sense, but I'll report back and probably got to pick your brain a little bit as well, Jim, once I read through it.
I'll paraphrase a little bit, but Savage is suggesting that that's very appropriate of you. So you've lost your inappropriate mojo.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm inappropriate in other ways. You know what I mean?
So that light above the tank, the recessed light,
Yeah.
Is that something you're going to pull out?
Dude, I was thinking about pulling it out and filling it or using a cap to cap it off. But at the same time, I kind of like it. Here, let me see what
I like the way the tank looks, right?
You guys,
when I was sitting in front of it,
you
I
see
like
the shimmer?
It looks good.
Dude, you see the shimmer?
Yep.
But of course, once I have actual reef lighting over here, I do need some way to turn just this light bulb off.
Dare I say?
So I'm thinking maybe even.
Yeah. Couldn't you do? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna do those Philip Hue.
Yep.
They go those that's what you're gonna say, right?
Say.
Yeah. But the tricky part is that these are all dimmable, these lights. Yeah. So somehow I need the Philip Hue's Kelvin temperature to somehow match, or strength somehow match. Otherwise, it's gonna bother the heck out of me. I'll be like,
it would bother you.
OCD'd.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
See, you got that Kessel shimmer with your recessed lighting.
Look at that, huh? Point light source. There's Kessel secrets. That's it.
That's right.
Right there. Yeah.
It was funny. I was watching Mark Rober. He's a YouTuber. He was doing one of his online science classes today.
Nice.
And he was talking about why is the sky blue, and he was working his way through a whole bunch of spectrum information and wavelengths and why some light penetrates further and why some light doesn't. I was like, we've been talking about this. So I usually do a shout out. So I think I already did a shout out for Mark Rober, but go check him out. His science classes are great.
Oh, I love the stuff he does. Didn't he recently bounce the car off a trampoline or something like that?
And it was quite effective. It was good. Let's see. Sky High Reef. He is in a way since he waited and everyone else does Insta Tank. You know what? That's a super good point. I think the way you did it, you made the right decision with the other tank with the 150. You got the 135 set up and you're just taking your time. There's no reason to rush it.
And also the fact that I have a couple other tanks going on right now, it makes it easier.
Yep.
I'll be honest, if this is my only reef tank or just my only tank, then it'll probably be up and running within 3 days. But the fact that I got those other tanks distracting me or taking up time as well, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna take my time. And I mentioned this before too. I think to me the most enjoyable part of reef keeping, at least for me, is the initial phase, setting it up, especially when the tank is kind of like this. Options open. You can do whatever you want with the rockscape. Here's where you make all the tweaks and stuff like that. Because as you start going, I feel like you get less and less choices that you could do because you started down a certain path. So I do enjoy this process. So maybe between procrastination and enjoying the process, it takes a little bit longer. But hey,
I'm looking forward to seeing how the cycle progresses. If you go through a crazy ugly phase, if we throw my cheap in-tank UV in there to try to knock down some of that. I mean, there's some options out there that either, or you could just let it roll because you have seeded it with proper bacteria. You fed it with ammonia, right? So you should be good to go. You just got to wait it out.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm really curious too. This would be my first time cycling a tank without lights. I usually just keep the light on. People are like, what? But I've just been doing it that way. So we'll see. I'm still kind of nervous about the instant cycle products. Yeah. I know the concepts, but I don't know. Maybe in the future I'll try with a small tank. With this one, I'm just taking my time.
Alexa, turn on Pixie. Sorry, anybody who has an Exo. Alexa, turn on Pico. Anybody who has an Echo is pissed at me right now. Alexa, turn on Pico.
Alexa, subscribe to Telegram on YouTube.
So you can see that little guy there. So I just loaded CChem Matrix. I dropped that in the sump for probably 2 months. And then I just put it in that tank, and I haven't tested that tank, and I probably should. I think it's probably cycled, and it's ready to go. I did par readings today, and it's good enough. It should pretty much grow. It'll grow simple SPS.
What kind of value are you getting in terms of par? I'm just curious.
Let me look real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Sure. I can't really chime in because I can't see the chat, so you guys go.
There's no new chat. Savage said throw a blue bulb in that ceiling light. You could put one of those cheap par whatevers up in there.
A par 36 or is it par 38 or whatever?
That's right.
Those are decent light, especially for refugium and stuff too.
It is.
And I've seen people done a successful Pico tank with one of those par lights. Yep. Par 36, I think.
So Hector, who is Calypso's Reef, who I've listened to him a lot on Reefgrrl's streams. He's actually the one that had that Pixie 30, and I saw it over his tank, and it's similar to the Hippogaro, inexpensive.
Aquanites.
Yeah, the Aquanites, and so I tried one of those lights. I like the form factor only because it's I'll swing it again. It's
I'm not too
super small. It kind of has an AI prime form factor with a little bit of a Kessel dense matrix thing going on. So it's whatever. It's a cheap light and it works pretty well. So I get 250 just below the surface.
Wow. Okay.
Just with how it is set right now. So just below the surface is 250. It is 7 inches above the water, and I could lower that a little bit. I could modify that stand, which I should do to bring that light down, which will give me a little bit better par. 160 par, third of the way down, and 120 halfway down, and 100 at the surface. Plenty good for mixed reef with simple SPS as far as I'm concerned.
That is really respectable values, I think. Do you know how many watts it's pulling?
No, I could put it on to kilowatt. I've probably read it. I just don't remember.
Okay, that's okay. How much does it cost?
$70, I'm guessing. $70. Pixie 30. Look it up on Amazon.
Okay. So it's right there, exactly the same as like Aquanites.
It is.
I asked because like people are asking me sometimes, like, okay, Aquanites sometimes go out of stock on Amazon. Especially I know they have like an A030 model, right? But that model, the newest model, is not on Amazon.
Oh, really?
So people are like, oh, are there other lights? Are there other lights that you recommend? And I always say AI Prime HD used.
Yep.
But I mean, used is something that you it just happened. You can't really go out and find it as easily. But if there's an option that is similar to the Aquanite A029 or A030, that is like, sounds like price points about the same, power wise similar. Watt I don't know, but as long as the power is about there, it could be a nice alternative as well, especially for the form factor. Agreed. It's a square versus like rectangle. Looks clean.
How come the new light's not on Amazon? I think you were talking about distribution there for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, because I was talking to the guy. I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I really like your light. Let's see if we can work something out. but it just like the more I talk, is more and more work. It's not as simple to bring a product here and then list on Amazon.
Yep.
But through talking to him, he said that, yeah, we have a newer version, A030. I was like, what? I would like to try it out. So I tried it. The light, in terms of the light itself and stuff like that, all the same. The user experience is a lot better in terms of the body.
Better buttons.
The better buttons. The arms, I was initially not a big fan of because it looks a lot bulkier than the A029. But I started to grow to like it a little bit. But then we stopped really talking, and that was pretty much it.
Okay.
And I was not too motivated to do it because the margin is not there.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Some of those other lights out there, there are some decent options. I mean, you see them, you know what's out there.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
How about that? The Philips. Do you know much about that one?
Don't.
That one seems to be. I'm curious because it's from a big company.
Right. Didn't they release something like 3 years ago, and are they back in the game? Is that what I'm seeing?
Supposedly, I think some new ones may be on horizon.
Okay.
So that may be interesting. Yeah, I want to learn more about that light. I'm curious what the big companies come up with.
Daniel says
with all the resources.
Yeah, agreed. Daniel says Ben's Mocha is moving to a new home again. So you have that in the 45, right?
It's in the 45. The light is not on, but yeah, I gotta hop on the phone to turn on the light. I'll show you guys next time. But he's kind of hanging out with the two baby clownfish from the tank Mightynanotank. I moved those clowns into the 45 as well. But that tank should be coming down in 2 to 3 weeks once I get all the rocks here.
If you get in a position where you want to move that, I could probably... I'll test this Pico and see where it stands. It should be good to go. So I could probably move the... Well, I'll have to come up with another NEM and a rock for this tank. And then we could drop that Mocha in there. I don't want to disturb the maroon clown that's in the frag tank. That fish has been with me for a while. Oh, hey, that clown escaped. Yeah. It escaped from its phone booth pen. The Hollywood Stunner grew out over the NEM, and the NEM wasn't getting enough light, so it started wandering around. It crawled up, got attached to the bottom of one of the Monties, and then crawled out of its enclosure. And then I had to pull a Mok-Yi and pop that thing off of the Monty and drop it back in its spot. But I trimmed up the Hollywood Stunner. So if anybody's local and you want some Hollywood Stunner, you can have it for free. I got it in a frag tank. Need to get rid of it.
So the NEM pen was kind of successful, right? I mean, the NEM did not crawl onto the acrylic. It's using something else.
Yeah, it's totally successful as long as there's enough light. As long as the Hollywood Stunner doesn't shade that thing, then the NEM stays and it doesn't sting anything else that's around. Let me catch up on a little bit of chat. There was a couple questions. Savage asked, what lights are you putting over the display, Mok-Yi?
I'm thinking Radions. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I do have the Radion G4 Pro upstairs that can just pop it in here. And I still have the OG3, so most likely Radion. Okay.
And Sky High Reef asked how the blue Ophek bar hasn't performed yet, because it's still in the box. I haven't done anything with it yet because Cindy Reefgrrl got me thinking about the Ophek, and then she helped me order that thing directly from the factory. So I'd like to have her on when I open up the box and put it on the kilowatt and take some par readings and maybe some spectrum readings. This thing, you know, I like Reefgrrl, right, Mok-Yi? We've talked about that a little bit. This thing has a much wider spectrum than the Reefgrrl. I just don't know intensity at the various ranges. So we'll see what it looks like. Sky High says.
Yeah, you know,
Go ahead.
I don't know too much about that light. I would like to learn more. The form factor is similar to a Reefgrrl, also like a strip.
Yeah, it's the same. So it's the same as the black box that I have. It's same as the Reef Breeders. In fact, the enclosures look, just from the web pages, I haven't opened this one up yet, but they look identical. So they're all coming from the same factory.
Oh, so it's a panel. It's not. I thought it's like a strip.
It's a bar. Yeah, it's totally a bar. It's a 24-inch bar.
Got it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing your review on it.
I want to put it under the spectrometer and see what we're getting. Sky High Reef says Phillips is coming out soon. Coral View will be distributing. That's interesting. The Coral View is going to be the distributor. Huh. They got their fingers in a lot of things, don't they?
Yeah, they distribute for a lot of stuff, a lot of brands.
Savage says he's putting some Gen 4s over his new build. So he and I talked, man, that was a long time ago. That was like around Thanksgiving here in the U.S. He had an all-in-one, but he wanted to add a frag tank. And I'd never done that, but using similar techniques to what I did with a 40-gallon in the closet, that's what he did with his all-in-one. And then he put a frag tank underneath in the same stand, which is pretty sweet. So he turned an all-in-one into a system. And then and now he's got a cupboard, a closet that he's going to add a bigger tank. It's interesting to follow some of his builds. I like what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got multiple tank syndrome pretty bad. And it's
Well, I mean, when you have tanks in your closet.
and it's enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. Wait, so I take it that you guys are doing, I guess pump together, and you guys are using a return pump to push water up, and then just kind of flow down to the other system.
That's what he did. That's what he did with the all-in-one.
Okay.
So he just
nice.
he drilled out the back, right? So it has a nice little overflow, and he pumps it from the and he pumps it from that frag tank up to the display, and it just gravity feeds back down.
Really cool. Yeah. I may be joining you guys.
I hope so. I hope you get into that. That'd be pretty sweet.
Sometime this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so it's 8:15, so we could probably jump off. This was a partially successful test. I have no idea why we were getting. I'll have to get 2 other people on. Carlos says multiple tank syndrome with a big old thumbs up. Oh no. That's a finger. That's pointing. Agreed. That's not all I have in my... Oh, that's interesting. Savage offers that's not all he has in his closet. Is that some UK humor? All right, I think I'm going to bail. How about you?
Hey, you're the boss. We can hop on again, maybe over the weekend or something like that.
Yeah, I appreciate both tests. I think this was a partially successful test. Looking forward to bringing somebody else on just to see what's up. Remy, you still on? If he was on, I was just going to have him Skype in real quick. We could have a random guest. Once Ben went, it was okay. It was Ben's fault. Poor Ben. Poor Ben. He just got home from work. He was doing his time card. He didn't even have time to take a drink.
Sorry, we'll try again.
We'll hop off. So I appreciate you jumping on, Mok-Yi. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for having Ben. We got to do it again.
And this was a fun test. We'll figure this all out. One day we'll get it nice and cleaned up.
Yeah, dude, we haven't done the tank tour yet.
We haven't. No, you know what?
All right, we'll do it this weekend. That's fine.
I tried to bring my phone in, the other Skype, and it started going funky. So I don't know what I even had. Here's what I had. This was. Let me see if I could do this. I was going to put this up while I was away, but you can't see this. You'll have to see this later.
I can't.
It's a still image of me, which is lame. Playing around with OBS.
That's cool.
Enjoyable.
Once you figure it out, show us, Sensei.
One day.
Counting on you.
I'll try not to get too much heat while I fumble my way through. All right, I'm going to end the stream. So thank you so much for joining, y'all, and we'll check y'all out later. Happy reefing and be kind, everyone. Thanks, Mok-Yi.
Later, guys. Stay healthy.